You're listening to the Online Entrepreneur Experience with Jarrett Jenny and John Olson, aka CHeeRz.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
SWR. I'm John Olson, aka CHeeRz. What do we got going on today, man?
Yeah, I was thinking today we got to talk about, taking pride in what you're doing, taking pride, whether that's a job, whether it's a hobby, whether it's, a project you're working on, and then recognizing that there's always something to do.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
If you don't have pride in what you're doing and you're just going through your day aimlessly, you're not going to get much done. And then if you're not feeling good at the end of the day, chances are you're probably going to think about that tomorrow and repeat the cycle. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. And I think what we got to do is take a step back. You worked construction, I worked at the Toyota dealership. And I'm sure you had days when you got in your slump and you weren't happy, where you didn't take pride in what you were doing anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Because there was days because we put pipe in the ground is what we did.
Yeah.
There's days, the boss would be on me, get that thing in the ground as fast as possible. Well, at that point, you're kind of just half-assing it and you're in a bad mood because he's coming down on you. Then I'm coming down on my guys.
Yeah.
It's just a trickle effect. At the end of the day, you're tired, you're angry, but the trick is you can't let that cycle repeat every day. I was very good at what I did. Thank God I'm retired. I was sick of it. Construction's very hard on your body, but yeah. So definitely being, having pride in what you're doing, and at the end of the day, you're like, man, we hammered it out. Great job, team. All that. It's all combined. So I liked what I did at first, but after a certain amount of years, you just kind of know it's not for you. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, no, and when I worked looking for my book here, I'll get into a piece of this, Think and Grow Rich. But when I worked at Toyota, that's how it was at first. I've always loved cars. That's why I still do it. This is one of my shop shirts. But when I first started, I was hungry to learn. And I liked, there's a certain sense of when you're doing something in the trades, whether it's construction, working on cars, it's when you're done, you get to see a visual result of what you did. So it's that was cool. When I left, so fast forward 7.5 years, I was doing most of our trade-ins, and it got to the point where they would literally dump 75 packets with keys in them off on me and been okay, you got 3 days. I need all 75. It's you want me to test drive, inspect, repair, and get these on the lot. And there was one of me, and it just got to the point where I was going through the motions, and you don't realize how slowly that your pride gets taken away. Slowly my stall became an absolute disaster. I'd have wrinkled uniforms. I didn't care. And then you go out on your own and you think, if I'm not busy, this day or that day, or I'm not talking to any clients, I don't have any projects, you think there's nothing to do, but there's always something to do, whether it's reorganized. You got to take pride in these things. My little shop that I have now, and I get to do all sorts of cool stuff, but if I don't have anything to do, I'm out there organizing, I'm out there cleaning, I'm scrubbing the floor. And then at the end of the day, I look at it, I'm like, is this a place that I would be comfortable letting someone in and come see, and I try to keep it so that it's I'm proud of this, because that's going to skyrocket your motivation. You lose that pride aspect of whatever it is you're doing, all of a sudden the progress, everything just goes downhill.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. I have stories for days. I was a man of many trades, put it that way. I've worked in my whole life. I've been, grinding. So when I was an operation manager of the plant, I can't say the name of the company, but we built essentially upholstery. That's what we did.
Yeah.
Now it's operations, the whole thing. The first year was just awesome. I was proud of everything, all my employees and all that, and the way it was going.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we were growing. And as a whole, the company has a paradigm.
Yeah.
We were hitting a ceiling on that. And they couldn't figure out why. It's you guys are taking on triple amount of work from the office, but we're staying the same size. So we were just half-assing it in my eyes.
Yeah.
It was still a good product.
Yeah.
but everybody was crabby.
Yep.
They were working twice as hard, if not more, and staying at the same wage.
Yep.
And I threw meetings every day. I was like, we need to hire employees
Yeah.
because as a whole, we're growing. Well, at that point, they weren't listening to me anymore. They
Yeah.
were just like, we can't afford this. And I'm like, what do you mean? We tripled the amount of product going out the door. That means you guys are getting triple the amount of revenue because I was involved in it.
Yeah.
And, you know, all of a sudden that weight on my shoulders, I just stopped taking pride in what I did. I would just come down on my employees. You guys got to get this stuff out. We got to get it out. I'd
Yep.
show up. I was crabby, had a skull on my face, blood veins sticking out of my neck all the time. And, you know,
Yeah.
I looked in the mirror one day, I had blood veins in my forehead. I was pretty hot, heated.
Yeah.
Well, that day I had zero pride and zero initiative to do anything perfectly like I was before. You know,
Yeah.
obviously I'm not perfect, I'm human, but the
Yeah.
best product I could possibly put out wasn't happening anymore. And I would notice this, and eventually I just hung up my hat. And that's when I went back to construction. But
Well, and
that
that's
was a little rant, but
that's exactly how it goes, you know, just like I said about Toyota. And I got to a point where it's like, you know, you can throw in the stereotypical, and this is very real, but oh, you guys have been working like dogs for 6 months. Here's a pizza party, you know, yay.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you I need a cookie every single time I do something good. I mean, we're adults, but it just got to the point where it was like, okay, you know, you got these guys above you that are managing whatever it is you're doing. And Think and Grow Rich right in here, right? They talk about oh, you'll have to get his name for me. Steel mill guy. Carnegie?
yeah,
Yeah.
Andrew Carnegie.
Yeah. They said he knew nothing about making steel, you know. So all the people doing the work below him are what knew everything. And where I worked, it got to the point where all the suits, all the, you know, paper pushers, it was all numbers to them. And you almost forgot that you're dealing with people who are doing physical work on machines. And
Yeah.
it got to the point where it was like, okay, you know, the 75 packets, and that's not an exaggeration. And when I stopped and I decided I was going to go out on my own, they were asking me, you know, I had a sit down meeting, and I kind of felt bad because my boss changed hands. It was a big company. And this new boss that I had, I said, you know, I like you as a person, but I said, this is just, it's not working for me and I'm out. And, you know, what can we do to make you stay? And I said, it's a compounding effect of the last 7 years. He's like, well, I just gave you a raise 6 months ago. And I said, I realize that and I appreciate it. But I said, this is the first time. So the last 6 months is the first time in 7 years where I felt like I was getting paid a respectable amount of money for what I was doing. And I was like, that's the problem. And I said, I'm already, you know, this is 7 years in the making. Like, you know, maybe the first 3 or 4 years I was learning the trade and growing and excited. After that, there's like these 3 or 4 years of just limbo where I was just like, this sucks. I got to get out of here somehow.
Yeah. When you start dreading doing something, that's a sign of the universe telling you to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
And the beautiful part about it is you can.
Yeah.
You did it. I did it. You know, you can. Life isn't just a straight line. It's got its ups and downs. It's like a river.
Yeah.
Take the path of least resistance, as I call it.
Yeah.
If you keep fighting this and pounding your head into the wall, you're going to do that for 45 years and then retire and maybe live, if you're lucky, 5 more years and die. Screw that.
Well, and
That's where
you don't realize it. You don't realize it happening either. Like I said, this was like a compounding effect of, you know, probably 4 years that at first it was pretty good because I was learning and I felt like, you know, everything was going well. And especially when you're working for a big company or a big corporation, they see what they can get out of you and they want to see what they can get away with. So like, you know, maybe this month and then they add a little more, but it happens over 4 years. And all of a sudden you're at this 4-year mark and you're like, when did everything get so bad? You know, if you don't pay attention to it, you don't even realize it's happening. And all of a sudden you're like, when did this place start to suck?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. I think we beat the drum on that one enough, huh?
Yeah, no, that's
You got
good.
anything else to add on Think and Grow or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think one important thing, you know, the point I'm at in the book right now, one important thing to remember is even if you go out on your own, it takes a team, you know, because you, me, like we can never know every facet of anything. So it's like, you got to surround yourself with people that can help you, and you're going to scratch their back, they're going to scratch your back, and you're going to continue to build on it. So even if you're a one-man show, like, you know, our affiliate marketing businesses, our online businesses, my YouTube channel, my car stuff, it's not just me. There's an accumulation of a lot of people. And I don't know, I recommend you guys, if you don't have this book, it's literally like $10, like go get it. And mine is, I mean, let me see if I can find, I write all over mine. It's getting beat up. You know, I got stuff underlined and circled, and it's like a study guide. You don't just read it cover to cover once and you're done. You go back and you look into it and you reread, and it's awesome.
But make sure you read it front to back. It's not a book to be skipping around, because you're going to get so confused.
Yeah.
You know, that's like mine. It's literally taped together. I've had it open so much. I mean, it's bad. Like it, I got to get another copy. I actually taped the back onto it because it literally. So, and I've been doing this for 2 years, you know, just constantly reading and growing. And that's how, and I'm passionate about it. I'll go back to passion. That's why it's so easy to just flip the book open and start reading. And, you know, it just compiles your knowledge, and then knowledge becomes power if you put it into action.
Yep. Action is the key. And I like what you just said. It doesn't, you like doing it, so it's easy. And that's where successful people shine, is because they don't wake up and think they're going to work. They wake up and they're motivated and they're caffeinated and they're ready to crush out the day because they enjoy what they're doing. So I don't even care if you have to, you know, you have family obligations, you have to stick to that 9 to 5 for now, whatever. Start planning, start growing, and make sure there's something in your day that you're proud of, that you're passionate about, and it'll just keep compounding. It's going to grow and get bigger. It all starts with you.
Yep. My suggestion is, even if you're working a 9 to 5, or like myself, 4 a.m. to 11 p.m. You know, I'd wake up at 4 and get on the road and then get to the job site by 7. But anyway, here's that. Plan out an hour, and you can do this. I don't care how much you're working. Plan out at least a 20-minute window for yourself, and then plan out an hour where you're going to be learning a specialized skill and start working towards a goal that you want to obtain. Because at the end of the day, if you're not happy and you're just skating through life, hitting every rock on the way, is it even worth living? I don't want to be too harsh, but
I get you.
Yeah, so that's what I had.
I like it, man. You got to close us out. I can't do it. You got to do it.
All right, man. That's Jarrett, Jenny, aka SWR. I'm John Olson, aka CHeeRz. You guys have a blessed afternoon, morning, whatever it is. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share with everybody that you want to, and leave some comments.
Yeah,
we'd much appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. It's always a pleasure, and we'll see you soon.
Perfect. Later.
Thanks for tuning into the Online Entrepreneur Experience. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes that we're releasing and any of these amazing pieces of value that we're giving out. And if you could take the time out of your day and leave us a review, we'd be so grateful. We look forward to seeing you on that next episode.